главном корпусе, третий, четвертый, между третьим и четвертым.
А там люди есть?
Да, поднимай наш состав. Поднимаю, начальника поднял. Так, всех весь офицерский состав, офицерский корпус поднимай.
Chernobyl. 26 April 1986 started with the safety test in Chernobyl Nuclear Power Plant, which ended up being the center of the largest ecological disaster of mankind. As a result of the explosion in the reactor number 4, which sent a large cloud of extreme radioactive particles into the atmosphere. It has been estimated that around 1 million cancer deaths have occurred since that day as a result of radioactive contamination received from the incident. And now, 35 years later, Chernobyl is known as 30-kilometer exclusion zone, and the towns inside are just ghost towns. These towns holding so many memories since during the evacuation process, people been told they are coming back soon. Good morning, guys. We just arrived to the Chernobyl exclusion zone. We are in our first checkpoint, and later on, after the paperwork, we will be able to enter to the zone. And I have received my dosimeter, which will be showing us how much radiation we get everywhere we go. Before we get started, I need to explain you guys, everywhere we go, everywhere in our daily life, we are experiencing some sort of radiation. At the moment here is 0.15, which was exactly the same in Kiev city center. So anywhere you live in the big cities, you get some sort of natural radiation that comes from the air, that comes from the soil, and even when you are flying in the flight, or even you are doing X-ray for the doctor, then you get some sort of radiation, which is normal. We just finalized our paperwork and also received our batches. This will be tracking how much radiation we get, and at the end this will be basically calculating and telling us how much radiation we got while being here. So this is very important to keep it out of your clothes, outside your dress. So we just entered to the exclusion zone in Chernobyl, and we have our guide here, Dennis. Hi, Dennis.
Hi.
So right now we are going to the first town, right? Abandoned town?
Village.
Village, which is 2 kilometers away from where the accident happened.
2 kilometers away from Chernobyl town.
From the Chernobyl town. Okay. And when we look at the radiation level, it's 0.12, and it's actually lower than which was in Kiev. So it's more safe here. So we just arrived to the town. It used to be center of the Chernobyl actually, and used to be 3,000 people living here. So it's quite big town for Ukraine actually. This building used to be supermarket here, and still you can see the 2 letters there, MA. I think it stands for magazine, which is in Russian for the market. We have been instructed not to enter to the buildings because it has a chance to collapse anytime. Such a strange feeling to be here, to be honest. There's a shoes and bag, some bottles. This used to be the entrance. I guess this was like a house. Look at this. It's just left as it was. There's a road here, but it's completely blocked by the falling trees. And there's an old Soviet car. I guess it's Lada. Actually, my main inspiration was to come here, was to understand how actually people used to live, because these buildings, these houses are just left as it was, and it feels like you are traveling in time. And also another inspiration was to understand how actually the world would look like in case just humankind just disappears from the world. That's exactly what would happen. After the few years, just the nature takes it over as it used to be. This was a cultural house. So there was a disco, theater, you know, public events was happening here. And now all the windows are broken, ceiling is falling, and the floor is destroyed.
They just stayed. Two on the left were Japanese and robotic cranes were Italian. There was one German robot, but it's not here.
So they were using this to clean up the roof from the graphite,
Yes,
right?
They were used on the roof, they were used at the base of the power plant as well.
And Dennis was saying that it wasn't effective, so later on they started using the soldiers and they called them biorobots, right?
Biorobots.
I think these machines I actually remember from the HBO series.
That was the best.
This one was the best?
Effective.
And which one was
Because
it? Is it Soviet one?
Radiation affected the robots and they couldn't stay too long on the roof. They couldn't work like longer than a couple of hours. That one was functioning almost 10 hours.
10 hours, wow.
So this location is called Chernobyl 2. So it wasn't just a military base, it was a military town, like a settlement. And in the center of the Chernobyl 2 there was a huge over the horizon radio location system called Duga 1. So actually it's one of the 3 radars. This was all part of the Soviet early warning system, like a missile defense system.
So Dennis was explaining us, it's actually 800 meters wide, and there's actually 2 antennas. One was catching high frequency and another one lower frequency. Okay. And does it also have some type of like, it's pointing direction to America, or?
It's pointing north.
To north, okay.
Facing north.
Not sure if it's clear from the video, but it's insane huge. I think also they have spent so much calculations to make such a thing to stand because it's not leaning to anywhere, right? It's just based on the ground. So the antenna you see behind me, it's in the 10-kilometer exclusion zone in Chernobyl, and we just explored around and going back to the car, and I'm looking forward to see Pripyat. And also we discussed with Dennis that actually after the evacuation from Chernobyl, 13,000 people actually came back after the evacuation, and at the moment there's actually more than 100 people living in this area. So these are the people who used to work here, they have a house, and it's mostly old people who wants to basically die in their houses, so that's why they decide to come back here. And actually the radiation level is not that high. It's actually similar to Kiev at the moment, and we are in the 10-kilometer exclusion zone. But I think closer we go to the core, radiation level will be rising. This was a toilet. Yes. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is insane. There's these little dolls left, just like that. Some toys. This used to be bicycle probably. It's crazy. It's like I can hear the noises of kids, you know, having fun, sleeping and playing. This is used to be kindergarten. Oh my god, I have no words. There's this little shoes here, some clothes. There's the shoes here. There's this book in Russian. And more dolls. These are probably the classrooms. And here are some more beds. Crazy. I don't know how to describe this feeling, really. I don't know. My god. That's insane. So sad. And it has like so different energy here. I can just describe everything was going on right here when everything was normal. I don't know if I can explain that. Crazy. There's more dolls. The shelves are just on the floor. broken glasses. And the rooftop is just destroyed. Roditelski ugolok.
Not easy to take it down. In this place. And they built this monument in 2006 when it was allowed. Actually, the radiation is not very high here because the old short orbit was covered, the old sarcophagus.
0.4.
They were building it over.
So we just arrived to have a lunch in the cafeteria in the Chernobyl, and actually you can see the reactor number 4. It's not too far away where we will be having our lunch. Actually, radiation level is not high at the moment, and we've been explained it's not, the radiation is mostly in the ground, so it's not in the air. Anyway, I will show you what we will have for the lunch, guys.
Control. So men on the right, ladies on the left, and we all go upstairs. Well, so there's a nice bathroom, you can wash hands.
Yeah.
I will just show you how to do it.
Okay.
You just put your hands here,
Yeah.
wait a few seconds, and let it go.
Okay.
And you have the indication somewhere that it's okay?
Yes, it shows, says controlled and clean, then contaminated.
Ah, okay.
Then contaminated sensor.
Then contaminated.
Okay, so I just step in. My hands. Chisto.
It means clean, right? Right.
And then perfect. So we made the check how radioactive we are, and it lets you in. This is the cafeteria.
Probably us three.
So we have our lunch served. It's pretty big meal actually. We have a soup here. I think it's like potato soup. We have a salad for a starter. Then we have some pasta with chicken, I believe. There's a juice, and also we have our dessert. Looks pretty good, and I'm super hungry, so I will enjoy it, guys. See you later.
It's just a legend, a fairy tale. Actually, no one was coming here because they put the police here on April 26th. So it was called the Bridge of Death much later.
So right now we are on the way to Pripyat town. How far we are? We are already in, right?
Well, pretty.
Just
It's just 2 kilometers away from the plant.
This is another checkpoint. There's a dog showing us around and guiding us in Pripyat town.
Showing us around.
So the radiation level is 1.07. This is the center of the Pripyat town. Here you can see the culture house. This is hotel, it says hotel. And then there's the restaurant, used to be here. Pretty crazy feeling I have, I don't know. Just in the middle of the town, but it's completely abandoned. So this was a supermarket. The first supermarket in Soviet Union.
It was like the best town. It was a model town. You know, the level is like in some countries that's natural level.
That's
And people-
0.8.
But here it's not natural. So the radionuclides, they're everywhere. So in the soil, on the buildings,
Or the iron.
so in the ground. So like this piece of metal, this is
Oh my god, it's 20
Highly-
and 30 already. Forty-two. Wow. This is the restaurant. And it's pretty cold. Not pretty cold, but it's really cold. The wheel is here.
Yes, my Ferris wheel. Oh my gosh. Oh, they'll want a photo on every single one of them. Ew.
So finally we just arrived to the city center of the Pripyat, and what you see behind me is the amusement park. At least it used to be, but now it's completely abandoned, and this is how it looks like. To be honest, I'm so sad to see this view. And the radiation level in the air is 0.96, for example. But if you go down, if you hold it like this, it's already 3.64. It's already 4. It's crazy. It's just rapidly increasing. So it's not about being in the air, radiation level, but it's mostly about being on the ground, in the iron, or in the buildings. And this, just to clean it up, it will take 500,000 at least, so people can live here again. And this is the famous wheel, abandoned wheel, basically. I'm so glad I came to visit this place. I think there's no such a place in the earth. The city is just completely left out, and yeah, it's crazy. And I did a one-day tour, but actually I think when you come here you need at least 2 days to explore around. Right now we are just rushing around and taking pictures and videos and trying to see as much as possible, but you might need more time to explore everything here. This is a school, you said, right?
Yes, school number 3.
So this is used to be school. This is the entrance. These are the mosques, right? These are the classrooms. Pretty crazy. All the books, notebooks, everything just left as it was. as a classroom. It's crazy. Oh my God. This is outside the school. This is insane. The silence here speaks like so loud actually. I just found out the swimming pool is somewhere here, and I really want to see it before we go. Not sure where's the entrance. On the right side. This is a basketball court. Yes, I found the swimming pool. Oh my God. It's insane. We just arrived to the parking space, and there are lots of vehicles here, and these are the vehicles being used during the cleanup process, digging the soil. Yeah, so they are just left out here. There's a wind tank. I will test the radiation level here. I believe it's quite high. At the moment it's 0.20. Not sure what happens if we go close by. Okay, it didn't change. It's insane because so much material just been left out here, which cannot be used for a million years probably. So this is the musical school, and it's getting quite dark right now. Wow. Do we go up or? Yeah. Left? Oh wow, you need to be careful here. Oh my god. Sure. Oh, okay. See now. Oh wow, this is completely destroyed.
It's not a good idea. It's falling apart.
Yeah, there's a piano.
Because the bus was going like 3 hours to Kyiv, and
This is a river station, Pripyat.
I remember those when I was a child. I was always sick on these roads.
Yeah.
And this part used to be cafe. Right now, nothing there. There's a nice view at least. Here's the river. We'll go down to check out on the bank. Oh wow, it's completely frozen.